In this video, we are going to see about creating an S3 bucket in the AWS. So I already logged in my AWS. So whenever you log in the AWS console, you'll end up in this page. And this is the home page of your AWS console. And here I just logged in with my ID. So that's Teramites. And once you enter here, just search for S3. You will find a search bar here and then search for S3. So once you search for S3, so you can find S3. Just click on this S3, the first one. It's looking like a bucket, the logo. So this page is your Amazon S3 page. And here we have some default buckets that's created already. And if you want to create a new bucket, you can find the option called create bucket. So click on this create bucket. So here it will look for some general information from you. So first thing is bucket name. So bucket name, you can clearly see here, bucket name must be unique. So it should be unique. Just randomly, I'm giving my AWS bucket. If you give my AWS bucket, so if the bucket name is already taken by someone, we'll show you in the red color, but it's not showing it. No problem. So my AWS bucket, so I'm giving demo. So for demo, I'm just creating AWS bucket. So my AWS bucket for demo. So once it is done, you can look for the region. So I'm leaving it as Asia Pacific. This is what our region is. And you can, if you want to change, you can change it to any other regions. And then, okay. So if you want to copy some settings from the existing bucket, you can click on this choose bucket and you can copy your ARN of the previous bucket and you can paste it here. Okay. So I'm not copying any of the settings from any of the buckets. And then object ownership. So it will controls of buckets written to this bucket from the other AWS account. So the fancy about this AWS is for all the options, they will give you some informations about the options. So you can read it and you'll come to know what is this. So I'm not going to enable this. I'm leaving it as default. And after that, so blocking the public access settings. So it's blocked. So if you give this, if you disable it, it's going to give the access for all the public people. So I just disabled it. And I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave as it is, everything as default. So I'm not interested in versioning of this bucket. And then tags. So tags are something that will be easy for you to track and optimize. So I'm not creating any tags now. And just I'm going to leave everything as default. So encryption is also, I'm going to leave it as default. Okay, so bucket key, that's enabled. So we need the key. So this is the encryption key. And I'm leaving it, I'm enabling it. And then just I'm clicking on creating bucket. So I'm not looking for any other settings. I'm leaving everything as default. And then I'm clicking on creating bucket. So once I give create bucket, so there is some problem with our name. I told you the bucket name should be unique. So this bucket name is already taken by someone else. So I'm giving a demo bucket AWS. So this is already taken by someone else. So AWS, okay, demo bucket, Datamites, can give Datamites. Okay, this name is not taken by anyone. So again, I'm coming back. We can create bucket. So now the bucket is successfully created. And you can see here, demo bucket Datamites. So this is what our bucket, and this is the homepage of our bucket. So I didn't add anything. If you want to upload anything into your bucket, you can click on this upload and you can upload anything into the S3 buckets. Thank you, everyone.